I was watching this thing, switching topics here, to gender relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, or not even back in the day, like last year, when when guys used to ask women what do they bring to the table, and certain people got upset about it.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, what do you mean? Like, oh, these guys, they just asking that blah, blah. And they were just going in on some guys. Or some guys, like, too wary or concerned about dating women who weren't at their level, who were just trying to get a come up. And women were kind of going at them and getting upset with them.
Yeah.
Well, there's another movement now with women, because, women getting their money and, doing their thing. Other women are warning other women about, don't let these guys come up for a come up. Some of these guys are trying to come up for a come up. And it's like, oh
shit, I didn't hear about this.
Oh, okay. So you guys do understand.
Yeah.
You guys do understand that when you work hard for something, you can't just let somebody come into your life, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you think you love them. You can't just let them come into your life and swindle you out of all that.
Yeah.
So you're warning your people over stuff that you were shaming the opposite sex for. Oh.
I think they were always aware of it, too.
Oh, of course they were always aware of it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now you want to say, watch these guys who don't do this, who don't exercise, who don't have their money right.
Yeah.
So you guys were finding that concept so hard when Kevin Samuels was out here talking about it.
Rest in peace.
Now, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with some of his takes or not, but work out, be in shape, get your money right, look presentable. How dare you have these unreachable standards for women or whatever the case is? But now it's like, oh no, they don't want to date guys if they don't have their act together. Oh, really? Because you're gonna find out. And the lady, her name is Bourbon Bougie, I think. You're gonna find out that it's more than just a man-female thing. It's about letting somebody into your life who doesn't have their act together, who does have their act together, and protecting your finances and all your hard work. It was never anything to do with being against women.
Yeah, it was nothing personal.
It was never anything personal.
Yeah.
Now, the insults to women who were trying to get with men with resources, those insults might have been personal. And I'm not for insulting people. But the fact is, women are now learning, much like men had to learn since forever, because everything's changed now, that when you work for something, right, you don't let somebody come into your life and just swindle you out of it.
Yeah.
When men were being warned against that or warning other men about that, it was who hurt you.
Yeah.
Why do you don't like women? You dislike women. You're anti-woman. You're a misogynist. You're this and you're that. But now women are doing it, and it's yes, sis, you're so right. And everybody has all these women now. They all have stories, and all those stories are respected and validated because I knew a guy who did this. He was trying to do this. He was trying to do that. They're respected. They're validated. Guys aren't coming out here saying, well, now all men are like that, because not all men are like that.
Yeah. So now that you see more women are becoming more successful,
good for them, by the way.
Like, what other consequences of success do you see them like going through now? Now that they're more successful, that men have been going through for years. We just don't for the majority of the part of it, we don't complain. We just deal with it.
It's basically everything that's been said already. I'm not gonna say anything new. I mean, I'll repeat what has been said already. Basically, it's women, their money. Their hard wiring hasn't caught up to the social restructuring.
Yeah.
So they still want a successful man, an equal man, or a higher man, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not saying none of this stuff is mine. I'm not saying anything new. If you're a woman and you're 35 or you're 40 and you're doing well, you're making good money, you want a guy who's similar to your age. But outside of that, you want a guy who's doing well as you and making as much money as you. Those guys, if they're single, don't tend to go for women that age. They tend to go for younger women.
Yeah. It's a biological reason for that too.
It's a legit biological reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and again, women are shaming guys for doing that too. Eventually, when their biological hardwiring catches up, and they start dating younger guys, they'll find a way to justify that too. And we're gonna be like, hey, look, man, do you? They're gonna justify it with, no, these guys are younger and they got more stamina and woo chow, and they're gonna be saying all these funny things and all these.
But they're gonna find out sooner enough that they're not gonna take them serious.
Yeah, but they know that. That comes afterwards, right? Because now, most older men who know these things know that these younger women are only with them for the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope that when women who are getting their money, and good for y'all, when y'all start saying, you know what, I'm gonna date younger guys for fun, you know, trying to be men, trying to do what men do, I hope that they're also warned that these guys are also on the come up as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, now that you mentioned that, there has been a lot of situations that I've heard of young guys getting trapped. Like, girls are at a certain age and they actually sleep with the younger men because they want to. They don't even care about being with the young guy. They just want to be able to procreate and have a child.
Oh, that's
So
something
they,
new.
they trap the guy.
Yeah,
and
that's an unintended consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, women, yes, protect your money, protect all your hard work.
Yep.
But also, I ask that you understand that when men are trying to do the same thing, that you don't shame them. That when men are out here trying to say, what do you bring to the table? That you now
understand.
That you understand with
Yeah.
all your hard work and all your money, you would want somebody to come to the table with something.
Yep.
Not somebody who comes to will come up. And I think as I get older, I think both men and women have legitimate grievances of the opposite sex based on their experience, right? I can show women stories about men and how they got screwed over by women
Yeah.
that they would even agree with, right? And I can show men stories of how women got screwed over by men and they would agree with it. I think if we came to the table honestly and openly, that'll be a first start. We can't keep holding, men cannot keep holding up the worst of women as a reflection of women, of the general women population, and women can't keep holding up the worst of men as a reflection of the men population. There has to be something that says,
and that's what's being portrayed right now.
yeah. It's a war.
That's
It's a straight up war.
But those that actually don't want it, because from what I've seen is exactly what you said, that people are just basically insulting each other back and forth.
Yeah.
And the ones that actually understand and don't entertain that are not speaking up. So that's
nobody gets online to like violently say how happy they are with their relationship. But yeah, I think.
Do you think that more people that are actually have, so to say, a successful relationship should speak out more?
Yeah, but
or
they
should
probably
they,
won't.
or they should be quiet and just stay out of it.
They probably won't because like I'm taking care of my kids. I'm my husband or my wife. I'm too happy. I don't care.
Yeah. And also another thing is that when you're put on the spotlight, there's other people that let's just say you have a really good relationship. What ends up happening is that others try to like sabotage.
But there's some morons out there like what if you come home and your wife is giving head to 10 guys? Now what? Like, damn, dude. Like,
they go to the most extreme situation.
Relax, man. Relax. And you know.
Yeah, that happens on both sides.
I think both sides have to come to the table and be like, look, I'm successful. You're successful. Okay? Let's start with that. What advice would you like to see us give to the young guys to be better partners for you guys?
Yeah.
And we want to give you guys some pointers for you to tell your women how to get successful guys. Can we do that? Can we come to an agreement?
This sounds like war, like
a peace. Let's
like compromise.
Let's sign a treaty. Let's sign a treaty. Yeah, because it's like
it's gone to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do something because this is not helping anybody. This is making things worse. Everybody here can agree that nobody wants to end up with somebody who's not doing anything with their lives.
Yeah.
No matter the sex. Can we all agree that if a woman, guys and women, can we all agree that if a woman wants to stay home and take care of kids and the husband is working and he's happy with that, can we all agree that there's nothing wrong with that? Can we all not shame people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it falls apart when women be like, well, what if the woman wants to work and the guy can stay home, right?
Yeah.
Then guys will get up in arms but these guys will get up because like, no, I'm a man. I gotta provide for my family because they're worth something. Only guys, and I don't want to say that, but only guys, you should be suspicious of guys who are like, fine, I'll stay home. I'll watch the kids.
Yeah. Or not only that, they're very concerned about how much money you make.
Yeah. And it's like.
I mean, I don't think they should. They should not care. I mean, about like what you do for work, because that's another thing that's going around. Like, I see a lot of these podcasters are talking about like, oh, a guy doesn't care about a woman's career, how much money she makes, and all this and all that.
But they do though.
Yeah.
Ultra successful men don't care. They don't need them.
Yeah.
Average men, they do, and they should, because it's part of the vetting process.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you're 25, 26, you're not working, you're not doing anything.
Anything, yeah.
You know what I mean? And women have to look at that and be like, yes, men are right for looking at women at that age suspiciously.
Yeah. But that's the key thing he's just said right now. He said average men. And the problem right now is that the majority of the women, regardless if they're considered average or not, because I from what I've seen, I think most women think that they're not average. They're targeting the 1% of men.
That's another thing too.
So
I think
average men are invisible. So it's
average men are invisible. So whenever women air out grievances, for the most part, they're airing out grievances of how they've been treated by the top males. And they're distributing that venom to like the men are only the invisible men seem to only be visible when they're spreading when they have venom spread towards their direction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, I think there has to be some kind of peace agreement between the sexes.
Definitely.
And acknowledgement on both parts, by both parties. Yeah, my sex has done some egregious things to your sex, and your sex has done some egregious things.
Crazy how we've gotten to this place. To this point.
So you know you have the red pill, the blue pill, the black pill, the white pill. This is the new pill.
The new pill, yeah, you're
the
right.
Mixed pill.
The mixed pill. The cure. The cure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the cure.
The medicine.
The medicine. The actual medicine after all the trials.
Yeah, yeah. This is the mixed pill right here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think because nobody's being honest. Like I was watching a YouTube video. Some lady was like, "Oh, 10 signs to watch." From a guy that should be red flags.
Yeah.
And then one of her first lines she says, like, if a guy posts a thirst trap, that's a red flag. And then she goes on, and you gotta be genuine. Yeah. This right here is disingenuous. She was like, you know, if a guy posts a thirst trap, that's a red flag. When a woman puts a thirst trap, it's different because, you know, they might be feeling themselves that way.
Wow.
Bro, I didn't even make it past the first minute of that video. I'm like, bro, come on. See, you're being disingenuous.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I was with you until you said, but what a woman does is okay. Blah, blah.
There's an audience for that, though. That's the thing. People want to hear that, and it goes for the red pill too. Look, they like the people that are, instead of bettering themselves, women or men, what they end up doing is like, yeah, there's someone out there fighting for me.
People talk about how men hate women. Yeah. Like, men talk about women how they hate. Men talk about women like they hate them. Not enough people talk about how there are women who hate men to the point where they give that type of advice. And I'm not saying she hates the men, but it's like, bro, come on, bro. You're not preaching equality here. You're preaching privilege without responsibilities.
Yeah.
I think the mixed pill is both sides coming to the table, coming to an agreement, and saying, look, we're going to tell our people this. You got to tell your people that.
Yeah.
Let's all work together so we can make...
And I think it starts with all the major influencers out there that have some sort of audience that are either...
Stop bringing 20-year-old women who have no life experience and then kicking them out of the show.
Maybe they should... Maybe, you know what should happen? All these YouTubers, all these gurus, relationship gurus should get together in a panel and discuss respectfully.
Bring on married couples.
The mixed pill, man.
Bring on married couples to your show. Find out what makes their marriage successful, and then try to find out the common theme underlying all those marriages.
Yeah.
And then that's what people should start looking for.
Damn, sounds like a cure for a disease.
It is the mixed pill. You heard it here first. The mixed pill.
The mixed pill, man.
Yeah, but I don't have it. What do you got to say?
Nah, man. I think we covered everything for this week, man.
Sweet. And hopefully it sounds good, and we're gonna upload this. And you guys take care, man.
All right. See you next week.
Peace.